Before starting this or any other workout or diet regimen, you should always consult your physician. Your personal health and safety is our biggest concern. How you doing? I'd like to thank you for joining me on this adventure. We're going to go through various exercises, and I hope that you really enjoy yourself. I'm going to try to enjoy myself and relax a little bit here. This is a very real production. The only thing fake about this is my tan, actually. I'm going to start by doing some back exercises. I'm going to do lat pull downs, and I'm going to try to teach you to do it in exactly the right way it should be done. I know you've seen it and done it before, but this is exactly how it should be performed. I'm going to turn around right now, and I'm going to try to do some lat pull downs for you. You'll see that my hands, I'm going to start my grip about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider, and I'm going to relax my hands, and I'm going to actually put my thumbs on the opposite side of the bar. Most people tend to grip this way. This causes a lot of tension in the arms, but I'm going to put my thumbs this way to kind of take the tension out of my hands and let the weight travel down the back of my arms and all the way into my lats. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to put myself right in here, and I'm going to keep a very relaxed posture. I'm going to keep my chest up, my head up, and the lat pull down is really two movements. The first movement is pulling the bar down without bending the elbows, just like this. It's a subtle movement, just like this. So you can see my back will be engaged as soon as I pull down right with my arms extended. Now, once I'm here, that's when I start pulling down. And I pull the bar slowly, right in front of my chin. Let this go back up, nice and controlled, and then extend, and repeat. In the beginning, it might be very staccato for you. You might tend to jerk a little bit like this, and then pull. But after you've been doing it for a while, it should become very fluid and look something like this. My back actually stops flexing right about here. If I pull any more, I'm going to start engaging my arms, and it's becoming very stressful for me to do that. Now, a lot of beginners actually tend to pull down to the rear, and what happens when you pull down to the rear, your body tends to get jammed up a little bit. See, I'll show you. It's not very natural. It causes a lot of stress. And I don't really see the reason to do that because it seems to get the middle of the back more than the lats. A lot of folks tend to neglect their lats. Most people want to just get chest and arms, but I got to tell you, there's no way that your chest can grow if your back doesn't grow out to support it. I could talk about the lat pull down all day. Obviously, it's a terrific exercise. You can see all the muscles in my back engaging. The question everybody asks me is, how many repetitions should you do? And the answer to that is, how many can you do? Most people set themselves up to do 5 sets of 10 of something. Well, the way I see it is if you've automatically calculated that you're going to do 10 reps, that's exactly how many you're going to do. If you do it in the form that I just showed you, chances are you're going to be able to do a certain amount of repetitions in that particular form. Once you start breaking that form is when it's time to take a step back and move on. So I don't necessarily count repetitions, but what I do count is sets or attempts. Consider this. Train optimally. Do as many repetitions as you can on the first set. Relax. Take a step back, wait about 30 seconds, and then approach the exercise again. Chances are you won't be able to get as many as you did on the first shot, but you'll probably feel the muscles a lot more, and you'll probably feel terrific once you're through. I would make about 4 to 5 attempts at the exercise and don't necessarily count repetitions. On the first set, do as many repetitions as possible, stay in that particular form. When you break form is when it's time to move on. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to move on to another exercise. This is the seated pulley row. This exercise is excellent to get the muscles in the middle of the back. This is really a two-part movement also. I'm really doing two things here. My shoulders and traps and muscles surrounding my neck are very relaxed. I'm really pulling first to pull my chest in, just like this, pull my chest up and toward the machine, and then I'm pulling back. It's another two-part movement, similar to the lat pull down. 1, 2. 1, 2. This is how we engage the muscles in the back. After a while, you'll be able to make it very fluid, and you'll be able to move it just like this. You can see I'm not squeezing with my hands. I'm not trying to bring the muscles in my arms into play. I'm keeping all of the weight and the tension in the lower part of my hands so that I'm really pulling with my back. Now you'll see I'm moving very slow and methodically, and that feels terrific. Again, we're going to do this similarly to doing the lat pull downs. We're not going to really count repetitions. We're just going to keep going until we can no longer perform in this perfect line, or until the muscles in the arms or the other muscles in the body start coming into play. And that's when we know it's time to take a step back and relax. Now, I'm moving very slow and methodically. Occasionally, you could change up the speed and it'll feel really good. So long as you're continuing in the same form, this is what they call pumping iron. That feels good. I think it's very important to focus on a few basic movements. Oftentimes I see a novice in the gym training and they're doing 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 different exercises for any particular body part. The best thing to do is to stay focused on the basics. You know what they say, a jack of all trades, master of none. I want to master this 2 or 3 movements that are very important to back development. The first exercise we did, the lat pull down, is terrific for width. The second exercise that we did was terrific for the middle of the back and depth inside the back. This third exercise that we're going to do is called the dumbbell row. The dumbbell row is an excellent movement, and it actually will encompass both of those things. It'll actually bring some width to the back and also work the muscles in the middle of the back. But what's really important is that we relax everything else. We try to keep very, very composed, let all of the air out, try to relax, keep the muscles around the neck, these are the trapezius muscles, try to keep these relaxed, and keep our chest up at all times with a very good posture, and perform our back movements. Not a lot of tension in the hands, relaxed, keep the thumbs on the opposite sides of the bar, so we're actually using the hand as almost like a hook to pull the weights and let the back do all of the movement instead of forcing the weights up or really stressing out. Let me show you how to do the dumbbell row. Again, it's really a two-part movement. Pulling once, pulling twice. Letting the back engage by really bringing my shoulder up and back at the same time, and then pulling the weights up. The most important thing is that I keep everything relaxed around my neck. I see folks in the gym doing this a lot. It really doesn't do anything. We're really trying to pull back at the same time as we're pulling up. It doesn't matter that the elbow doesn't come up very high. It really doesn't, so long as we're engaging the muscles in the back. Real subtle, real small movement. If you can feel a flex here, that's where you stop and you come on right back down. Okay, that's enough for the back. I'm exhausted. Let's do some arms. What do you say?